What's happening, people? United Centrally back again with another video. And before we start this, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Money anniversation?
Yeah.
Bon anniversaire.
Bon anniversaire, man. Come on, man.
You got it.
We know that French, man. That French doesn't go away.
Oui,
man, oui. I don't know why we smile at the minute, but...
No, we are smiling. We are smiling.
Like Nudin always says, you either smile or you cry. And right now, I don't want to cry.
We're always smiling.
How's it going, Nuruddin? Taxi man, did you over?
Did me over, mate. Shout out the Uber brothers, but sometimes they think they know this city more than I do, mate. Trust me.
Aaron, how's it meet you, man?
All good, man.
It's going to be lit later on tonight?
Yeah. Gonna celebrate it later on tonight, man. 26 years.
Yeah.
Needs to be celebrated, bro.
What were you doing before this? Did you want to touch on it?
Yeah, just about talking about mental health, man. Especially, the other day's mental health. So I've just been to an event. And suffered about mental health.
Yeah. Big subject, especially for young men and men in general.
Massively. That's what I'm saying to you. You know what? And it comes actually from Man United. So that obviously a lot of men, especially who are into football, and we all have our meltdowns. Yeah. We all go through it. It is a spite because the anxiousness about results and what's going on with your team. All of this adds to the life stress, that we all have. That everybody has. But that's why I'm calm. I'm calm about the whole Man United situation because I knew it. You know what I mean?
I wasn't so calm, was I?
Listen, I knew where I was going. Yeah, and especially at this event, they're asking about your mental health. So that's why
I should have came and dropped over.
Listen, since the video went viral, yeah. I should have came and He's all right. He's all right. I had to tell people you're all right.
Oh man, guys, this is a podcast. What now for Manchester United? You know what I mean? What now for Manchester United? A manager in disarray, owners. Looking at the losing the Chevrolet deal, things are collapsing one bit by bit. Right now, Aaron, man, we are in a mess. Like it or not, yeah, we are in a mess right now.
We are, man. A lot of people don't want to believe it or admit it, but the next games, like I said on the fan cams, in the player ratings, the next two games are Liverpool at home, Norwich away. If we lose to Liverpool and all of the teams below us either win or draw, we're straight into that relegation battle. And if we draw or lose to Norwich, it's going to get even worse. So we could end, after those two games, we could end up being 16th, 17th.
Man United Football Club.
Manchester United Football Club, 16th, 17th.
And then you got this guy laid back, chilling out, relaxing, Peaky Blinders hat on. You think, listen, we're in a relegation battle already.
We are. And actually, maybe if we go down, we can get rid of them. Can get rid of the owners.
I've said it as well. It sounds very dramatic.
I'm telling you, maybe we can go down.
Maybe if next season we play against
Leeds United.
Actually, they'll probably come up. If we're playing the likes of Stoke.
Barnsley away.
Middlesbrough. You know what I mean? Let's reload some of those old school.
Whole Tuesday nights.
In Middlesbrough.
Away at Middlesbrough. In the rain.
Surely that's not a possibility. Surely.
Listen, in football,
everything's possible.
You know what? Someone was telling me. Someone was saying on the radio the other day, if Leicester can win the league, why can't United get to go down?
It's true. That's a fair point.
Of course.
That's a fair point. But yeah,
you know what? I think what we have to put the things in perspective. Obviously, Ollie and the team, and then there's the
Ollie and what team?
Listen,
Ollie's one of Man Army.
Listen, maybe, but we have to put the things in. So we already spoke about we were short. And that's why I'm calm. The biggest thing what people ask me, why am I not Ollie out? Why am I not screening Ollie out? Why was I doing it against Jose? Because Jose actually spent money and bought players and then was like, no, I want more players and I want to get rid of them. And then he was, every other moment he could get, he was bantering us, literally taking the mick out of us. And even in his own words, all these revisionist historians who are just chatting macca, sharing bare quotes of little videos of Jose chatting absolute shit, right?
Yeah.
You're a revisionist. The man bantered us. The man went, I sat here and knocked Man United out after Seville. Come on now, man.
Heritage.
It should have been edited. It should have been sat then. So all of you lot can come at me.
I would never say anything big about bring Mourinho back. That for me is a no question of
listen, right?
I don't want this.
But anyway, a lot of people have been revisionist historians in it. Yeah. There's a lot of them out there. But I think obviously with Thimber in midfield and the video.
Fredbear, you said. That's the word.
Listen.
Fredbear.
Literally, Fredbear, right? Thimber in midfield and an attack. The players, all of the interviews that I've seen, even before the preseason, at the beginning of the preseason, Ollie, every other word was, the players who are, if you're going to get rid of players, their players have to be replaced. And obviously, after pressure being put on by Woodward and the likes, he he stopped saying those things. He kept saying, "Oh well, I'm happy with what I've got," because that's what you've got to say. You can't come out and say, "Oh, I'm not happy with what I've got," because you've got to motivate that team. But anyway, so 4 of our best players get injured, and we get found out for what we are. We get found out for what we are.
Find out for not being Newcastle though. That's the question. Man.
Are you kidding me? Listen, it's only like I put the tweet out. Let's not get
that team should have beat Newcastle. Yes or no?
Yes or no? To me. Let's not get disheartened.
No, but yes
it's
or no?
Only gonna be, at Christmas, we'll get Longstaff again.
You know what? But that midfield
we'll
look better than us.
Do you know what I said?
And we're getting the wrong midfielder. We're meant to get his brother.
On our way to up north, I was in the car with Said, Adam, and
shout out to Adam.
Yeah, and forgot the name of the other lad. Forgot his name, man.
Neil, I think is.
Yeah, we were in the car and we were talking about Longstaff and stuff. So now the game starts. I'm in the home end. Remember that. I'm in the home end and there's an old man sitting next to me. And he talks about how Man United have fallen and stuff, and never in his lifetime he's seen Man United play so bad. And he says,
"Have you watched the last 6 years?"
No. He said he's 68 years. He's been a diehard Newcastle fan for so many years, and he said every time Man United came into town, even after Fergie, he was like, "It's gonna get ugly today." Do you know what I mean? Like, because we can get slapped today.
Yeah.
But he said this season we've not had that feeling. Like we can go. When we play you guys at Old Trafford, we can actually go there and be confident and say, we're going to go there and win.
Yeah.
And so,
we'll get Longstaff there.
And then we talked about Longstaff, and then he was on about, the two Longstaff brothers. I'm like, what? What do you mean, the two brothers?
Everybody forgot about Matty.
Oh, he has a brother. I said, are you serious? Yeah, I didn't know. You didn't know. I did. I swear.
I did not know, mate.
When they were giving the lineup, I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't looking at the screen. Yeah. So then I see two gingers on the pitch. I'm like, what's going on? And to be fair with you, the younger one is the one who stood out to me. The one who scored.
We're probably going to pay for the wrong one. But no,
I mean, Sean is good, but Matty is...
Let me tell you something.
Really, really good.
The reason why the fear has gone, most people who've watched football for a long time, their eyes don't lie. We lack quality. So the idea of jumping on a bandwagon to think we're going to get Ollie out and the next minute we're going to improve and we're going to jump and we're going to be this way in
what more can Ollie give though? That's the problem for me.
To me, listen to me. That's for me. I it's like I'm sounding like a broken record. Ollie's gotten away from what got him the job.
That's it.
He's got away from what got him the job. Let's be real,
yeah.
And somebody who's backing Ollie needs to get back to what got him the job and play the 4-3-3 and just have a go.
I don't know if he can play the 4-3-3. You know?
Well, that's what I'm saying to you, because I don't think he has the quality. And all of those people who said Herrera was that, we could replace him, and the Gary Nevilles alike, who were chatting absolute maca, coming out and saying, Herrera, well, he can
But they always want the runners and the passion
listen,
and all that stuff.
At the end of the day, quality, you need quality.
That's what I mean.
And any manager, so... Everybody's talking about Allegri. Allegri died at Milan. As soon as the quality in Milan went, died at Milan.
That's why.
Let me tell you, Juventus have a... One thing about Juventus, do you know why they win the Scudetto? Because they're one of the most organised football clubs, proper structure embedded. But also and I've been for the past years.
But also have an attack though.
Listen, and having attacking players always. They always buy attacking players. My guys go around. Their sporting director goes round all around the top leagues in Europe and looks at every man's contract. He wants to ring people and go, "What is my guy coming to the end of his contract?" Oh, okay. You know what? You can come to us, lad. Don't sign a new contract. We'll give you 300. You know how much they're giving Aaron Ramsey? 350 grand a week, mate.
Yeah.
Signing on fee. They give him 2 million. Say, "Yeah, handshake. Welcome through the
similar
door."
Similar place to Herrera. Listen, look at it really.
Listen, those type of players. Listen. Now, all of these people are coming at me going, "Well, you're a hypocrite, what you..." Listen, if it means we got a sporting director, we got a technical director, we got a transfer committee, we got a proper structure in the football club, and Ollie's not doing the job, Ollie will have to walk himself, because I'm a genuine believer in that. Ollie will walk himself, because he ain't in this for the money. You look what the money he signed for. He's not in this for the money. He's in it for, he's a United fan, and he believes he can do something, right? So I'm a believer that Ollie will walk. Now, Ollie, the thing about Ollie, listen, he loves United too much, right? Listen, he loves United too much, and this is his dream job. He's always said it. First time when he got given a job properly, he said, "This is the dream job, right? This is something that is reality for him." Now the reality is turning into a nightmare because the Glazers and Woodward are using him to manipulate the fan base, and we can talk about it. The fan base is split to manipulate the fan base and to basically get him to be a yes man. And that's what's happening. That's what it looks like now. But I'm waiting to see what happens in January and what happens in the summer.
Who would come though? That's the problem. Who would come to
United?
Because at this moment in time, there ain't no manager coming to Man United as well. That's the same thing you're saying, players. Players and managers have similar mind.
Yeah.
Am I going to go there to go and get embarrassed and get sacked?
Or waste
Or am I
waste
coming there
time.
to build a new squad?
But to be
I'm
fair,
looking at that, Aaron, though. You're looking at that game against Newcastle.
Yeah.
I know we can talk about lack of quality.
Yeah.
But you're talking about Fred. Fred, who was at Shakhtar, I was doing well in the Brazilian squad. Quality. Against Sean Longstaff and Mark Longstaff, he should be bossing that midfield. For me, that formation out there was diabolical. You had a 4-3-2-1 it was, by the way. It weren't a 4-3-3. 4-3-2-1, and Matop...
You can't persevere with that bullshit.
He cannot be severe, and that for me, is where that's where the line comes from me. When I went mental is where the line comes in.
And
you do not need stellar names to beat Newcastle.
Yeah.
That got spanked 5-0.
And I think if we would have played a 4-3-3 against Newcastle with the players being played in their rightful positions, we could have won that
Like
game.
Herrera on the right. What is Herrera doing on the right?
I think you've said it so many times.
That as a manager, it's the basics. Basics in football.
Exactly.
You do not play a player who's not suited to a position
And right now,
on the right hand side.
I think he's trying to do what
To
you
me, that's-
talked about the
that's
other
a
time
single-
when Fergie did that with Fletcher. I think Ollie's trying
Can't
to
do
emulate
that.
Fergie
You
way
can't
too
do
much.
that,
you're
man.
not Ferguson, man.
can't
have,
do that.
I said it yesterday in my Q&A. You can have your idea and then inspire yourself from different. Do you know what I mean? Different things. It's like you have food in it. You've got a plate and you different
Different
ingredients
sauces,
in it,
different
sauces.
flavours.
You know what I mean? But you can't just take one flavour and just eat that. No, you have to have one recipe.
Yeah, but he looks like he's shopping from like a Harrods, and he's saying, no, you know what, I can put something down there because you know what, I need to spend it.
I would love to
You
know
know what I
what's
mean?
going
Like,
on.
And the thing is as well, like Ollie has to, in terms of his tactics, he has to evolve with the time, with the game. Because
Exactly.
The game is evolving so quick now. Like,
listen-
remember, when was the last time we saw fullbacks bombing on back in early 2000s? We never saw that.
you know, you don't
Now
see
we
anyone.
do. But because
Yeah.
the game is changing, so as a manager, you can have your idea,
To
but
be
then
fair,
adapt
even
your
in the
game.
80s, certain teams were playing high fullbacks or different.
I
parts
just
of the
mean in
world.
general,
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
teams
yeah.
were, but now
Yeah,
the game is evolving so quick and so much. Like as a manager, you have to evolve as well. You can have your fundamental idea, but then switch it up a little bit, tweak it up a little bit here and there, just so it corresponds to the modern game now. You can't just come into the biggest club in the world and try to do what Fergie was doing because
No,
2008 tactics are not going to work in
No, they're not.
2019.
But I don't think he's literally. I don't really think he's
I
trying to
honestly
do that.
think
I
he's
can't even
trying
see. I can't even see the Fergie's tactics because
That's what I'm
Fergie,
saying.
you know
Trying.
Fergie's
He's
team.
trying.
Fergie's team once we go 1-0 down, we used to throw the kitchen
Hammer.
sink,
Exactly.
kitchen sink, and more.
And then it's playing Fred at left back.
That's where the difference
can't-
comes in
this is
because Ollie he's maybe trying to emulate Fergie, but maybe he doesn't have he's not as severe as
Yeah.
as
I don't know what's
Fergie.
happening.
Do you know what I mean? Because Matic goes on international duty, disses him in front of the whole world, comes back and he's captain.
That just shows where the club lies.
Do you know what I mean?
Is he even making
Bro, if
decisions?
I was the manager, you're going to the reserves for at least 3 weeks, a month,
I don't
and I'm
think so.
getting an apology from you in my office, bro. Like this cannot be happening.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I just think that he's feeling the pressure. There's certain aspects he's feeling the pressure. And
Then leave, then walk away. Then if you got pressure, walk away.
And so, some of the decisions he's making are inaccurate.
It's
But
something he's
to me,
mentioned.
I come down to it. It's the football, and this is where I have to be consistent, and I have to carry the same heat. Like I said, I don't actually genuinely believe, and I keep saying it again, that replacing Ollie now ain't gonna do jack. Because
Tell me why.
What we'll do, it might give us a 5-game bounce. We'll be up there for a minute, and we'll be in around 6th, maybe 7th, right?
And I don't want no interim manager.
Listen, so that's where it would be, but sacking him ain't gonna solve because the fundamental issues is still the fundamental issues. Fish is what rots from where the head. It's simple.
Yeah, but
Fish
you've
rots
got a
from the
carton.
head.
No. I made the similarity. You've got a carton, and if you got nothing left to straw out, yeah, then what more do you need?
I honestly think it's...
No,
it's-
let me finish.
Yeah, go on.
Let me finish the point. But the same thing, I would get in the heat. I would think that at this moment in time, the football that he's playing in the last weeks of Mourinho is exactly the same. The players are devoid of anything other than pass sideways, and the same thing was happening in the Van Gaal. It's pass. So it's as midfield goes out wide, gets it back, gets it from the centre half, gets back. There was one moment in that game, when I watched the highlights, I literally paused just to have a look. And what I was saying was that Harry Maguire and Tuanzebe,
They
was
push
the only
forward.
positive thing, right? They were on the halfway line.
Yeah,
And I see basically Fred and Mata about 10 yards away.
I know.
And I'm like, No, when the centre halves come to the halfway line,
You've got to go push forward.
You've got to push more forward
Yeah.
to. Because the obviously Newcastle's game plan was simple.
And then when you lose that ball,
was simple and easy.
But then when you lose that ball,
when you lose that ball, you make the tactical foul. Like seriously, you make you make the tactical foul when you lose that ball.
Yeah.
But punching the ball, there was nobody punching the ball into. And I mean, obviously, one thing else we want to talk about. Please believe this when I say this, right? I've not played at a massive standard at football. I've played at amateur level, right? Even been underneath amateur level. And football. When you haven't got any confidence, everything makes you look like you've never played football before,
that's
right?
true.
And there was things that I'm seeing now in the Man United team. Obviously, we lack depth and strength in midfield and in attack. But I keep saying to them, there isn't one other than Paul Pogba, midfield player who can pick up the ball, who can face forward, who can pass the ball forward. And for me, I'm like, what the hell is going on in training? And what is he adapting in training? And what? Because
there is no training. There is no training though.
Because I'm thinking the game plan that is being worked on, they're just not picking it up because at this moment in time they must be so low on confidence.
Yeah, but what is Ollie's game plan? You tell me, Aaron. What is Ollie's game plan? Pass. I was gonna come. You know what? Let's do something else. It's no game plan.
There's obviously divided opinions on Van Gaal and Mourinho. I didn't like Mourinho. I didn't like his style of play, but at least you could see the idea that he had.
Oh, the low block bullshit.
Exactly, because when he was managing. The movement that was coming back frequently was this.
And it was playing in zones.
Playing compact, stay compact. He was doing that. Van Gaal, obviously you didn't like it. I personally liked it.
I liked it as well.
I liked it, but it was just that it was dull. It's not a Man United football to keep. We don't want to keep the ball for keeping the ball's sake. In the last third, you have to move the ball quickly.
Yeah.
And the Man United players were not.
But did you not think that was a process though? That was going to happen.
So my point, the point I'm trying to make is
Van Gaal, to death, mate. You like I told you, you were on Snake, mate. So stop chatting shit now.
That Snake's better than this bullshit.
Listen, stop being a.
For me, that Snake better than bullshit. Yes or no? Yes, Aaron. That Snake was better than this bullshit though.
Van Gaal had an idea.
So,
Van Gaal had his idea. Mourinho had his idea. I don't know what.
The players are confused. And a majority of players that he's got.
Why do you get confused though?
Majority of players that they've got, Ollie's got, they're not his players. They're not his players, and that's the thing. What we have to understand. You look at the three. Who are the three in our team players who are caught on to how the Ollie wants to play? Wan-Bissaka, James, Maguire. Rest of the players really. Who's playing that well underneath him?
I disagree.
Who's playing that well underneath him?
I kind of agree, but I disagree at the same time because when you say you just named the players that are playing the way Ollie wants to play. He said, remember in pre-season or even before that, I can't remember when it was. He said, Rashford. He said, "I'm trying to teach him how to score these ugly goals. I'm trying to teach him how to score these scrappy goals."
Let's not even talk about that kid. He needs to rest, man. He needs to rest that guy.
I'm not trying to criticize Rashford right now because I think we've done it enough. But what I'm saying is,
he needs 2 months
Ollie
out of
said
football,
it.
that kid. He needs a long holiday, trust me.
He needed a long holiday.
And he needs to have that operation. He needs an operation. He needs an operation.
He needs some decals, that's what he needs.
I'll get back to Rashford in a minute. But what I'm trying to say is, Ollie is saying that he's teaching Rashford this. He's teaching Rashford that. He's trying. We're working on finishing and training. He wants to improve it. But we're not seeing it on the pitch.
No.
Aaron, please, if I said to you, right, imagine you played. Did you ever play striker, even in the lower levels when you played?
I've
you never played as a striker?
Even as at youth levels, I played mostly as a right winger.
Okay.
And then at some point, our right back was injured, so I had to go back to right back. Played there for about 6 months. The season after that, went back to right wing. And then as I got a bit higher and higher, and then I got to the professional level, I played across all 3 positions up front, so left wing, striker, and right wing.
Right.
But I'm not my strongest position is right wing.
Okay.
But then even as a striker and as a left winger, I was let's say.
Did you lose your qualities if you were at right wing?
I never, because I worked individually, like apart from training. But what I'm trying to say is, let's say what day is it today? Friday. Let's say we've got a game next Saturday. The whole week I would concentrate on if I have to play left wing because we're getting ready to play a team and the manager wants me to target a certain fullback. I would spend that full week just drilling into my head how to play like a left winger.
Yeah.
The week after that, if I have to go back into striker position, I'll do a striking thing. And in training as well, my finishing drills were adapted to the position that I was playing in. If I was playing as a left winger, my finishing drills would mostly be getting balls.
Well, right now, what you see with Rashford? What you see with Rashford right now then?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, are they doing these kind of things?
Well, can I ask you a question?
Okay, yeah.
when you play as a striker,
Yeah.
a striker is only good as the midfield players who are giving you the ball.
That is true. Because the midfielders I had behind me were excellent.
Right. So the main thing about Rashford to me is aspect
I
of
don't
it
know
is,
about that.
is
Yeah, okay, go on.
He's only if Rashford was playing with ballers in midfield and was missing chances and sitters and not controlling the ball, then we'll have a case on
Arsenal then.
Listen.
How do you explain Arsenal?
No,
the
because
1-on-1.
he just got rushed back from injury. That
No,
he
the
just had a
1-on-1
groin-
against Arsenal, how do
He
you
had a
explain
groin. You can tell in that,
No,
that
he
first
shouldn't
game.
have played against
He should
Arsenal.
not have played. He got
Shouldn't have
rushed
played.
back.
No,
Yeah.
but he was
He got
rushed
rushed
at that
back
game.
Because
yes,
now
He got
De
rushed
Bruyne-
back.
that was a groin injury, innit?
Yeah,
De
yeah.
Bruyne's got a groin injury.
Yeah,
He's
I
out
know.
for 3-4 weeks.
But you
How-
know,
this is
so
the
how
point.
so how is Rashford coming back after a week? You see what I'm
This
saying?
is the thing. This is the thing, right? So there's aspect of him that not someone to hide, and,
Yeah.
and I actually commend that because he's telling the manager I'm fit, regardless even when he's not fit, because he's
Which is
tried.
not- which is not good.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
So
we
where's
can-
the medical
listen,
team telling him not to
we
do
can
that?
understand Well, all he's trying to get rid of the medical team. A lot of them have been. Some of them have been let go.
The
Some of them have been
goalkeeping
let go.
coach has been let go as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Some of them have been let go. He's trying to take people out. And I read the articles, you're just seeing the stuff that him coming out and laughing and being hysterics and almost kind of like in so much pressure they have to project this kind of happy kind of everything's going all right kind of vibe. But Rashford, to me, the blame on Rashford or any striker, because Martial will come back. We'll see the same. Martial will be going missing in certain games because
Is it justified though at 200 bags a week?
Listen, like I
At
was saying,
200,000 a week, no,
listen,
is it justified?
So what
though?
do you want to do? So do you want so you want Rashford to be in midfield, kick the ball
Yeah,
up
but
to
you want him
himself,
to go past
and then
Lascelles.
run onto his
No,
own
but
passes
against
Come
Lascelles
on,
and Shaw.
man.
Lascelles
Come
and
on,
Shaw
man.
I
are
just
bottom.
think-
No, listen,
Come
Aaron.
on, man.
Lascelles and Shaw are the bottom of the league. Got spanked 5-0. You expect the basics
No,
running
they
behind.
had a game plan. Are you kidding me?
No, but he did- you know what he did all game, yeah?
Listen, they
No,
got
but-
a spank 5-0. Then this was the biggest.
Yeah, but
if
they're at their
if
low
they-
point now,
if
though.
they had Norwich, they would have got beaten again. But
But why not United, though?
No, because United, man, like the guy said, he was sitting to the. Go, you playing against Man United. You know the stadium people have been boycotting.
I know
it was
that.
50,000 people.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
it
yeah,
was right.
yeah, yeah.
What
They
makes
know,
sense here?
Man United.
Steve Bruce came out blatantly and said, "We've changed our tactic. This is how we're going to play now." Watch them next week. They'll change the tactic again.
Same old,
Listen, they'll change the tactic and a different energy.
You're giving
It's a
them
different
excuses,
energy.
man.
No, it's not.
It's
I'm just
excuses.
trying to explain to you. You know, as soon as I heard, because if you watch football, you understand.
I
how
know
these
you
things
watch it,
work,
but then again,
right?
simple things,
Let me
though.
explain something to you. When I heard Leicester were 5-0 beat them, I thought, shit. You know why I thought shit? Because Steve would have to motivate these dickheads in training this
Yeah.
week because he's already thinking, Man United are in town, that's motivation as
Yeah.
it is, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't think that you got whacked 5-0. That the game was going like that. If we didn't score, that game, whoever scored first won.
Yeah.
We're low on confidence. We can't finish anything. That our midfield to attack is non-existent.
Yeah,
right?
I know that.
So
Mata should have been let go though. Why did we give
listen,
Mata a contract? This is what I'm saying to you.
That's-
Where are we
that's-
as a
that's the
football
thing,
club?
yeah.
We're
They
giving
gave
Mata a
listen,
contract.
who's giving the
we
contract
we
to
spent
these
Dano
people?
20 million, mate. And you know what? I want that receipt, mate. I'm telling you right
It's
now.
hard to blame a young kid, mate.
What do you mean, young kid, man? It's the basics of football.
It's hard to blame.
I
a
guess
young
he's
kid.
an up by again. It was 2 plus again.
Listen. It's hard to blame a young player.
I don't know, I feel like
when
we're giving
everybody
excuses
else
to
around him,
We
everybody's
shouldn't be
losing
putting him in
confidence.
cotton wool.
Listen,
Right now, you're putting him in cotton wool.
I'm just
You
trying to
are.
explain to you the psychology of football. If the confidence is not there, you're gonna look whack.
Yeah, but the basic. No,
You're
it's
gonna
the
look
basics.
whack.
The
And
basics.
that's how it
no,
is.
The basics.
Basics are basics.
The
what
basics
they
of
are.
football.
Our players are missing 4 or 5 players who are beating the first.
No, but
team
Norwich
players are
right
missing.
now. Listen,
No.
Norwich right now.
And they
yeah.
got whacked 5, and they
No,
got
but
whacked at
yes,
home.
I know.
They got whacked at home.
Yeah,
What
but
happened
they
then?
still play the same
By
kind of-
Villa.
Villa.
No,
Villa have not scored
Yeah,
more
but the
than
next
2
week
goals
after,
in
look,
the game.
what I'm trying to say to you,
And they
this-
whacked them 5-0.
No, but the next week after,
At home.
Lordy.
At home.
The next week after, next week after, Norwich will play the same way, the same
I think
principles.
when-
With United is, you know what? There's no principles.
No,
at all.
I agree with you.
You can be
I
lower.
agree with you.
You can be
Like
lower
I said,
confidence.
I
Yeah,
agree with you.
You can be lower confidence.
I
Yeah,
agree with you.
Yeah, but you can be
The
lower
football-
confidence.
Our footballing style, like I said,
Yes.
and this is the only thing I have to keep consistent with, Ollie, is say there hasn't anything changed from
Yeah.
Mourinho. 3-4 months of change,
Yeah.
but this football is back to Mourinho, where people are diving, people are scared to pass each other the ball.
You know what? Stick to the game plan. Stick to the philosophy. Stick to what you can believe
I don't know
in
what the
and the
philosophy
game.
is now.
With Ollie, there's none of that.
there's no philosophy,
You can
yeah.
be
I
getting
don't know what the
5-0,
philosophy is
but
now.
still you can play, bounce
I don't
around,
know what the
create
philosophy is
chances.
now.
We're not even creating
And
chances
to be
already.
honest, to be
Listen,
honest,
with these players,
you've
I don't
seen-
know what philosophy. Because I'm 100% sure Ollie's not sending him out to play that way. Like I said with Mourinho, who's on the touchline, he's like that, constantly
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And everybody can understand how Mourinho plays, right? So we already know Mourinho's tactics.
Yeah, but Ollie,
With
What does he do though?
With Ollie, he wants the ball moving quicker, but they're not doing it.
Man.
They're not doing it.
It looks like to me he's telling
They're
people
not
to
doing
go back
it.
in their positions.
They're not
That's what it
doing
looks like to me.
No,
I
I think
reckon.
it all starts
They're not
with-
doing it. They're
obviously,
not doing it.
we said-
we need quality, Aaron. You need quality.
I know, but
You got to have some quality. Now listen, if he had the same amount of years as the guy at Norwich has had to coach the place into this system and style, then if the Norwich getting it,
I believe the idea of quality is bullshit. You know why? Burnley playing well this season. Aston Villa playing well this season.
If I was a manager and I come into Man United and I look at this squad now, the current squad, and obviously with the players we bought, Dan James, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire. If I look at this squad and I go, okay, I don't really have a right winger. Do you know what? I'm just gonna have to work with what I've got. Or simple, you just go to the youth and you look. Okay, who's
That's
there?
what I'm
who can
saying.
play specifically
Right
on the
position,
right wing? Who can play there? I'll give him. I'll let the kid train with us for a couple of training sessions, see how he does, and then give him 5 minutes in this game. Give him 10 minutes in this game.
Chong, why not Chong?
Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
People are killing him. You're massive.
I'm saying.
No, I just said to him, Chong is there.
Listen,
I know I
they're
said to him.
murdering him, and you set that
No,
thing off.
no, I
and
just
they're
said to
killing
him,
him.
Chong
So
is there.
shut your
No,
mouth.
but I
mate.
still give him a chance.
Listen to me,
At
they're
right wing-
murdering him.
No,
They're
but
absolutely
there's
murdering him
games-
online.
there's games
He's
against
now
Rochdale.
20
No,
years old
listen.
and they're murdering him.
At Rochdale, you can't expect that. That's why I was more angry.
Yeah, but
now this kind of game, it's a different mentality though.
The point I'm trying to make is, obviously, you test the youngsters. You say, okay, put him there, see how he does that. But just because it doesn't work out, you don't just take the kid away or take the kid off or don't play him in the next game and then play someone there that's not used to playing in that position. You know what I mean? Just because Pereira played right wing at Valencia,
That kills me. That's indefensible.
Just
I
because
can't
he
defend that.
played right wing at Valencia,
I
don't
can't
mean he's
defend
good
that.
at right wing. This is
can't
Spain.
defend
Spain
that.
is a different
I can't
tempo
defend
to.
that.
Do you know
And then if you
what I
got a guy who's pulling out an Instagram video from about 4 or 5 years ago, Pereira, doing that kind of little trickery, you're thinking he's got that capability, but playing in his right position.
Yeah, midfield, central midfield.
You're looking at Ollie. If we focus on Ollie from the board level now, what needs to change? And it's evident. Woodward out. But is Woodward going to leave though?
Well, listen. No, Woodward will just concentrate on getting.
Oh, and I've seen
sponsorship deals.
I've read this. Yeah, the
sponsorship deal, is that a big blow now? Chevrolet.
Chevrolet are more worried about our results than our owners.
They're not even asked
And I
about
read something
United.
this morning where it said, I was at work and I read this morning where it said an unnamed agent was saying that Woodward is very manipulative. Like,
Are you kidding me?
Like,
I've told you about that
he's
already.
very
Are you kidding me?
manipulate people. Like when something doesn't go his way, if I'm an agent and you're Woodward or the other
Are
way
you
around,
kidding me?
and you do something that I don't like, I will go.
The arse of skullduggery, mate.
Like, he will be like, "Do you know who the fuck I am?" Like that kind of stuff. And I read it, and I was like, "Yo."
My guy's already leaking. I told people it was his. He's got cronies in the press who's leaking this thing to say and Herrera asked for 300 grand. Where do you think that came from?
Would this be the time for protests and banners? If you look at it, we're in 3-4 now. Would this be the right time to say, you know what? Forget the football.
I think pressure needs to be put on them, but I think getting rid of Ollie ain't going to solve our problems.
So what would you say then? What's the next?
No, the question I'm going to ask you two guys, right? Because I think you're 60% Ollie out now, Aaron. After
what do you think I am?
Videos. I think you bolt. I told you already.
Oh, you already.
I'm bolting off.
You're above the 100%.
Listen, you're gone already. So let's not talk about it. You've lost the plot already. Like I said, I've been with the people and people are asking me because my brethren Melefi, shout out Melefi, he's a big chest.
Melefi, shout out.
He's a psychiatrist. I need to make book an appointment.
We do.
Definitely after what things that I've been hearing and what
I'm
the
still,
videos
I'm
are
still
out
waiting.
there.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for
But
Liverpool.
I'm going to ask you the question. Don't give me Allegri because Allegri don't come into
No,
a team
I don't want
or
it.
whatever.
End of the season. You
Listen,
know who I bring in
no,
at the end
no.
of the season?
Listen,
You know who
I
I bring in? Arsene Wenger.
Hell no.
Why not?
No.
You know who I bring into the end of the season?
Dude,
No.
listen.
Arsene Wenger. You know why?
Listen.
Credible guy.
Let-
Yeah.
listen.
Attacking football.
Let me tell
Brings
you
in the
something
youth.
now.
No.
No.
Brings in the youth. We've got French players like Martial. No, hear me out. Brings in the youth. Credible football. Attacking football. Won trophies. You know, he has a style of play. Has a philosophy. Bring him into the end of the season. Bed him in. Make him as... you know what I mean?
Wow.
Bed him into the end of the season. Yeah,
Wow.
listen to me. Guys, there's a notion out here. Then next season you build on it and you get in a Nagelsmann or you get in that guy from Ten Hag or Pochettino. You can build it from there. So Arsene Wenger sets the philosophy, sets the kind of how we structure the football club to the end of the season. Restores the
long coat.
the long coat. I don't think any United have that, do they?
They're gonna have to make him
What was that
special.
good idea?
Listen, let me say something to you. Arsene Wenger, let me tell you something. Right? Before I just shouted at Melefi, big Chelsea fan, psychiatrist brother. If you go out there in the streets and say that people will ring me to put you on a straight jacket. Straight jacket, literally straight jacket.
What more could be wrong though if you don't bring Arsene Wenger in now? Does he not play the right football though? Does he not play the right brand of football, Aaron?
Man United team at this moment in time do not have.
He's available though.
Do not have Sanchez. Do not have quality of players or strikers like Aubameyang.
Yeah, but he got top four. He got top four with Squillaci, Shabak. He got top four with them kind of brandy players. He got top four.
Oh, Premier League was different then, bro.
10 years ago. 5-6 years ago.
Football has changed.
Shabak or
Bentner.
you know what I mean? Like
my guy was advertising as a boxing show, mate. Let me tell you something, right? Listen, on another universe, on another dimension, another, I would say, another world, Arsene Wenger might have been. But you just hold on.
But at the end of the season, though, if Arsene Wenger ain't
Arsene Wenger isn't.
If he wants to get sacked, though, Ollie, what would be the solution?
Listen, to me,
who would you bring into the end of the
happen
season?
with Ollie? I think most likely if they get rid of Ollie,
if they press the button on Liverpool games.
Listen, if they get rid of Ollie, it will be another thing again. It will be
don't say me Michael Carrick.
Listen, a caretaker till the end of the
what,
season.
Mike Freeland?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know about that. One thing I do say though, we have to look at the coaching staff around Ollie. And one thing I would say about Kieran McKenna, before Man United got him, was the brightest young coach in the game in Britain. Man United stole him. Literally, we hoodwinked him out of.
And then what do we do now?
Out of Tottenham, and he's one of the
plastic notes.
And if you ever watch Man United under 18th, right, the football was scintillating, man. That team that he had out was scintillating. So I don't know what's going on. One thing I don't know about Carrick, what he's about. Mickey Phelan, everybody knows as a coach he's decent, but as a manager we know what happens, right? But Kieran McKenna is a guy that I trust, like, because I've seen the work that he did on United under 18 before he stepped up, before Mourinho bought him, and that's even Mourinho. Mourinho is not even an attacking manager, right? Yeah. Literally, he's not. But he recognised the talent. So I see that. Aaron, I'll ask you the same question. Who do you think could come in if they pull the trigger?
The thing is, right
ain't
now,
nobody gonna save us.
No one's available. That's the thing.
Ain't nobody gonna save us, bro.
I would like to say. I would have liked to say maybe, not 100%, but maybe Laurent Blanc. But he's on his way to Lyon because their manager got sacked.
Mourinho back?
Hell no. He might be going to Spurs.
Guys, that was a podcast. What now for Manchester United? We don't know. We're scratching our heads out. You know what I mean? But things are about to get.
Ask the question, guys. Should the straight jacket next week? I'll be here. I'll bring about that straight
Arsene
jacket.
Wenger, guys.
After that Arsene Wenger talk.
Let me know in the comments. Arsene Wenger, yes or no to the end of the season.
Please, people, no.
Are you kidding me?
You know what I mean?
How do you say that in French, Aaron?
What?
Arsene Wenger, no, thank you.
Arsene Wenger, non merci.
No merci.
No merci.
No merci.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. Nuruddin, how's it going?
That guy
come
at me all you want. This guy needs a straight jacket. The comments should me and Aaron put two together to go and bring my friend Melefi and bring the straight jacket. That's what, without Arsene Wenger talk.
Aaron, socials.
Yes, man. Mr. Aaron UTD everywhere, man. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Get at me, man.
Yeah, man. Go check him out. I'm going to do a European football podcast after this.
Yes.
We'll nail into the European show. But that's been it, guys. On a day where United now relegation battle, 6 point against Liverpool. It's about to get messy, guys. Yeah. Guys, if you like this video, subscribe to United Central. Comment down below. Arsene Wenger, yes or no?
No, people.
Yes or no, guys?
No, people. No.
Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.
Oh, God. Arsene Wenger.